Good afternoon, everybody. How's everybody doing today? Good. I'm going to jump right into it with a question. How many of you guys want to be successful in every aspect? Yeah. And so that's why we really appreciate working with the Center for Student Involvement, because it promotes success and student success primarily towards, it promotes student success primarily through its organizations and programs. And it is our goal at the Student Engagement Association to make sure that they can do that to their best ability.
Hey guys, I'm Corey. I'm one of the founders of the Student Engagement Association, and with me today are the rest of my partners.
I'm Lauren Watson. I'm Shanteria Williams.
I'm Nadejah Kute. I'm Grace Parent.
I'm Yubei Wong. So now let's have a preview of our proposal. We are a Student Engagement Association, and it's our honor to be invited by the Center for Student Involvement to help them better achieve their goal. What we do, for your department, we conduct research to assess the needs of CSI, and we perform analysis about your external and internal communication, and we provide recommendations to better your department. So what are the recommendations? Based on the needs of CSI, the recommendations are mainly focused on these three areas: boost the image of CSI, and increase student involvement, and get more financial resources. Before we talk about our proposal, let me introduce Corey for our background information of our company.
Thanks, Ben. All right. I want to take a little time to talk about us and what we do to help universities like yours develop a more fulfilling college community experience. To begin, I wanted to start a little bit with our role in helping build your guys' community. First off, we start by connecting with the departments that are usually involved with the community, usually like the Center for Student Involvement here in West Georgia. We begin by connecting with them to find what's unique about your university and what drives you guys to get involved. Finding what's important for you guys helps us to create events that you guys want to attend. And we use the experience and knowledge that we gain to expand university communities globally is our effort. At SEED, we believe that the values that we have guide us to achieving our goals. We believe that there are three keys to success, and there are these three personal attributes: effective communication, strong emotional and intellectual intelligence, and dedication. We believe that these traits are important to developing a more fulfilling community experience. Second, we take the time to listen to your university to find out what exactly is important for you guys. I stress the word listen because we find that your input is critical to success. And lastly, we're fond of the term or the phrase "don't go burning bridges." We believe that the connections that you build, the connections that you build, the connections you build should be strong. We know what it's like to be students because we were at one point, and we gained a little bit of experience during our time as students in the university that we've separately attended. As active members in our community, we gained a little bit of experience with setting up events, coordinating different types of on-campus activities for students to attend. Each of us with at least 2 years of experience in planning and supervising on-campus events feel we have what's necessary to bring to help increase your Center for Student Involvement's we worked with a number of universities in the past, generally in the southeastern region, like the University of South Florida, the University of Georgia, and North Carolina State University. Our primary mission is to help universities in the southeastern region increase the amount of students that are involved in their communities. And the experience that we gain from these strategies will help us create better ones for use in our ultimate long-term goal of strengthening communities worldwide. Achieving these goals brings us closer to our vision to provide students with every opportunity for success and a more fulfilling college experience. And now, Nadeja would like to talk to you a little bit about what we believe we can offer at the table and provide assistance to your school. Right here.
Okay, so why do you guys need us? So we're going to start off with increased student involvement. You guys are a center for student involvement, so of course you want as much student involvement as you can get. And this is really beneficial to the students because statistics show that student involvement not only gives you a better undergraduate experience, but it makes you more likely to graduate in 4 years, have a higher GPA, and meet connections that you can use not only during school, but outside of school once you graduate as well. So you guys have over 150 organizations in 11 different categories, and some of those categories just including whether political, religious, science, stuff like that, basically cater to everybody's individual preferences. So some of the popular organizations that you guys have is Student Government Association. Through this organization alone, you can meet senators, representatives, school officials, and a lot of people that will really benefit you during your future. Greek life, a lot of you guys are probably involved or were involved in Greek life when you guys were in school, so you know the benefits that can come associated with that. The I-20 Passport Program, which is offered to UWG 1101 students, and it helps you get allocated, or not allocated, but it helps you get familiar with the campus resources that can help you later on. And there's many more under 7 different categories, as we said. So with all these categories, you're also able to create your own organization. So if you want to create your own organization, you can do that through Orgsync, which really helps cater to everybody's individual needs. So with all these benefits and all these organizations that people can join, last year, the 2015-2016 academic year, you guys had 3,413 total students join an organization underneath the Center for Student Involvement. That's out of 12,834 students. So although that number is good, that's about a quarter of the university's population, and we really want to get that number up so that you guys can best help everybody. We want to boost your image. A lot of people don't exactly know what CSI is or what you guys do. And so we want to make it so that every student at the university knows who you are, knows how they can get in contact with you, and knows how you guys can benefit them individually. Like, for example, you guys have commuter programs, or CAPs, which is commuter assistance programs, and it caters to commuter students specifically. So you have lounges and cafeterias, or not lounges, but in a lounge you have refrigerators and chairs that people can sleep in, and you have microwaves, and a lot of commuters don't know about this, which would be really good because a lot of people commute from far away. So knowing about these programs alone can be very helpful. So we want to boost your image. And lastly, we want to increase your funding. So your money comes from the student activity fee. So with over 13,000 students this semester alone, that's pretty good. But when speaking with the director of your department, he said you can do more with more, which would be very true because with over 150 organizations, the more money you have, the more resources you can put to those different departments. Being that most of the money goes towards, certain aspects like Greek life. Not all the other departments have enough resources, or if you wanted to create your own department, that department might not have the resources that you need to do the things that you want to do. So we want to help increase our funding as well. So I'm going to pass it along to Lauren so she can talk about internal communication.
Communication is key at C. We want to strive to make everyone get to be in the know and everything. There's three major communication prospects that CSI you guys use electronically or written. Electronically is obviously the major key. Usually emails are sent out. Students get them on their phone. Gmail is hooked up to your phone, so you pull that up. Orally, if you want to call, you guys get calls and you answer, and then written. A lot of people like seeing it in writing. It's always been like that. It's more official. It's the #1 most wanted communication. These three are just the most wanted in the internal aspect. I'm going to pass this on to you.
Okay, Student Engagement Association is here to help CSI interact with students more around campus. We also will like to establish new ideas that will better promote student involvement, such as hands-on activities for students. Students will want to get involved a little more if they feel as though the organization cares about them. Some of the opportunities are growth and expansion for the organization and the university, and more connections with students, as in finding out what students do or don't like around campus. A major threat would be decrease in enrollment. That's what we will be facing. Meaning less students will join the organization. Now we will have Crystal explain the recommendations.
Well, I'm going to talk about recommendations. After meeting with the director of CSI and analyzing the current situation, we have great confidence that our top recommendations in 3 areas can indeed improve CSI. One area is to boost publicity of CSI. First, active social media presence. Every department in the university needs an active social media presence. Besides Facebook, Twitter, the members of the CSI need to update other social media platforms regularly. When people leave their comments, they should respond and interact with them quickly and actively. Second, direct communication with students. I have student leaders who work with CSI to go on campus, give out little trinkets, and explain who CSI is and what they do, and some organizations that they are over. Every student leader is a representative. It's more effective to have student leaders do it because they are coming from the peers. Another area is to increase student involvement. First, as CSI through campus tour. When people go on campus tour, take them through CSI. That way they can know what CSI offers. Therefore, they have incentive to come to the University of West Georgia, as well as join an organization under CSI when they arrive on campus, which puts more money into CSI's pockets. Because more students need more money, the activity fee. It will be, this effect will not only increase the student involvement, but also increase the financial resource of the department. Second, update website and information. Many people make snap decisions about your image based on the first impression. So carefully review work of your potential students' use of Facebook, your website, Twitter, and so on. For example, the website should be dynamic. It should include updated industry news and department information. The last area is to improve external and internal communication. First, hold a fundraising event. A fundraising event can be held to gain money. This will not only that this will increase the money goes towards more student programs, but it also promotes the department and get their name out there. Second, find partnership or sponsorship. When CSI wants to host some big events, they can find a company for the scholarship. The company can provide funds or small gifts to the CSI, and CSI can provide an access to the company to get in touch with the students or their potential customers. They work together just to benefit each other. Next, let's move on to Corey.
I just want to go ahead and start with the takeaway because it's a little bit of an activity. they're handing out are the business cards and a piece, well, each person should get a piece of an image. What you're supposed to do is there's numbers on the back. Just use those numbers along with this little sheet here, and it will create the image for you guys. But there has been a section cropped out, but you should be able to work around it. Whenever you guys complete that, we'll complete the paperwork for you.
So once you get your piece, you can work it.
Thank you.
Who has piece one?
Yeah, look on the back for the numbers. Yeah, we got some on there.
Jay, come on for a second.
Maybe some sort of art.
All right, so team number 5, if you can explain to us what it
Well,
is.
the image was supposed to be a picture of, what's the name of this building again? Yeah, the campus center, and, yeah, and we held the parts that said, we had our logo cropped over top of the image, and we held those parts, so we were trying to send the message that, like, we're the missing link.
Oh, I like that.
So yeah, together we can come together to form a bigger picture. So together we can make something a lot bigger. So we'll go to Uvad to finish off with our conclusion.
So in conclusion, there is a clear picture of what to do to benefit CSI. By following our recommendations, we here at Student Engagement Association believe that this will not only help CSI to enhance its scope, but also benefit the university as a whole. Active social media presence and direct communication with students will help CSI boost its policy and make them more visible. By adding CSI to campus tour and updating website and information, well, there may be more students involved in CSI's programs. With a fundraising event or a partnership or sponsorship, the financial asset of CSI will also have a growth. Thank you for giving us this time to speak to you. I hope this presentation proved that we have the passion and knowledge for for bridging the gap between students and community. Please feel free to ask any questions.
How much time or effort will be needed to put these recommendations in place?
It's dependent upon, it varies between schools, but in previous experience, we found to show results within a semester or so.
How can the recommendation of adding CSI to the school tour help to increase student or /member engagement?
Well, the more students that we have that attend West Georgia, the more students that we have that could potentially join organizations. So by adding the CSI to the tours, it not only gives them incentive to join West Georgia to see all the organizations we have to offer, but once they join, they know that they have a place to come to once they do.
You mentioned your recommendations about fundraising. What kind of fundraising would you guys do?
Fundraising? Okay. Do you want to answer about the fundraising that we do? Okay, for fundraising, we had ideas, US, like CSI hosts the Welcome Back Blast and stuff like that. A lot of those events are free to university students, but we can have separate events that might not be free, that might cost $2 per ticket or so, where they have food that we can give out. So just kind of raise money for CSI, and all the money would go towards organizations and programs that we have to offer.
What risks are involved if we use your recommendation?
Risks? There really aren't any. Yeah, because it's all pretty much, it can either work or, so in our experience, it's worked, so.
What do you believe our long-term potential is compared to other departments or organizations you work with?
CSI is actually one of the bigger departments at the University of West Georgia, and a lot of people don't realize all of the organizations and programs that are underneath it. So for us, we would actually have further to go than other departments, being that the number of students that join pretty much depict how we can go. So it's not basically money or the stuff like that, it's just how many students we have that are willing to join. So we can pretty much go as much students we have, which is currently over 13,000.
I will be working with the consulting community at Smart.
Okay, for this case, we're alumni of UWG, and we have a deeper understanding of this issue in this college. And we have worked with organizations on the state side, so we know exactly how these organizations function. And we are experienced in this area, especially in the relationship between students and the community. You can see that in the company background, we have worked with the South Korea University and any other Southeast university. And as a professional company, we go through every step with our client to make sure our recommendations, our solutions is practical, so we make it better. That's all. Thank you.
You have a question?
Yes. Why would working with your, what risks are involved? Did you guys answer that one already?
All right. Well, thank you very much, team number 5.